Madison, Wisconsin. Early morning. Definitely a great day for trucking. Beautiful sunrise. And we're just traveling up 39 here, making our way up to Minnesota. Kind of having a Minnesota morning here. Well, we've made our first drop here in Minneapolis. Now we're going to go make our second one.
You're watching Adventures in Trucking with Indiana Jack. Stay tuned.
We are at the Mall of America here in Minnesota, Minneapolis. We're not going to go in this time, but we are going to go to Ikea. Because they have Swedish meatballs in there. And you can come here and eat for $8 and have a plate of meatballs right from Sweden. Just like I remember, right from Stockholm. This is a true story. I went to Sweden in 1994 and I stayed at a place that didn't have a restaurant near it. So, but it did have an Ikea, so I'd go to Ikea to eat my meals. So this kind of reminds me of that. Eating at an Ikea over in Stockholm, Sweden. From my home country. Reminds me of my dad. One thing I didn't like in Sweden was the fish. Not a big fish eater, especially raw fish. Actually, I don't even smoked. I don't care what kind of fish. Fish sticks, but not fish. Wish you were here, Dad. You would have enjoyed this trip to Ikea, but now I gotta go trucking. You would enjoy that too. Just have to find my truck. That's one thing that's nice about this mall here and Ikea. They let us trucks park here so that we can enjoy some of the things that they have to offer. Well, we're up with the sun this morning. Gonna get rolling. Just about 19 miles south of here to a truck stop, and then we're gonna make a pickup down there. Trash. Recycled trash. But sometimes we gotta haul that just to get out of a certain area. skies this morning remind me of South Florida. Nothing like the sunrise
and turn right at 150 feet.
And a sunset in Miami. But we're way in the north in Minnesota. To do a regen. No yield sign here, so we have to stop. Yesterday we were talking about the Mall of America. There's the entrance. I suppose they need that up here because it's so cold that in the winter you need someplace to escape to. Not sure, but I think we take this loop here. The street signs do not match my GPS, but never trust your GPS. Always go with your gut. Minnesota. Definitely a trucking community. A lot of trucks down here. Some towns just know how to do it right. Where the trucking community and he looks like a stereotypical hillbilly. Nothing derogatory there, but some people just have that stereotype look of something, and he looked like a hillbilly. That's how I picture a hillbilly looking like. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, towns doing it right with trucking. This is definitely one that knows how to make everything work together. Well, I'm not going to 35, so I don't want to turn right here. You know, just based on that hillbilly man, you see all kind of people trucking. I've seen people who dress in slacks and golf shirts, and then someone like him, people that wear t-shirts. I usually just wear a t-shirt. they're a bad representation of trucking. They give that stereotypical look. I don't know that hillbilly man was not clean. Just his hat had that, looked like he was going to go work on his still later. Well, they passed the coffee test. Very good coffee too. Almost as good as Pilot. So they definitely passed my test. You know, half of it is being able just to get in and out of a place. This place made it easy for a truck to get in, and well, maybe not so easy getting out. But we're dealing with morning rush hour traffic, that's why. Pick up our trash. Well, this is one of those wacky places. In the inside it said it's self-serve, so I guess we do this, and then we go in there and print our own ticket. We weigh in here. Well, finally a guy showed up in there. I was trying to do everything by myself, but so they're gonna load us. Well, maybe that Minnesota Hillbilly is over here loading. He would certainly fit the part. Actually, this is one of the nicest trash recycling yards I've ever been to. Usually they're all dusty and dirty and really nasty places, but this one is top notch. Minnesota. Well, we're looking for door 3. And it looks like here it is. Let's get the doors open and we'll get backed in there so Minnesota Hillbilly can load us. Alright, well, she's empty and we have to back in right here. Well, I can't see Jack because of the sun, so hopefully we'll use the Braille method. get a lot of messages from you guys that are new or just thinking about getting into trucking. You're worried about backing up. You should be worried, but you'll get it. It comes with anything else, practice. Don't let anybody make you nervous, you know, just do the best you can. And we're in the hole, as they call it. Well, now we're just gotta wait a few minutes for her to load me up and we'll be out of here shortly. I have a good feeling about today. All right, this is why we're the Minnesota Hillbillies today. We got trash. That's my trash. Minnesota Hillbillies rolling. She waved at me. And I doubted that she was hitting on me. It was just her saying she was done. Just the 15 minutes us sitting there, I'm lost most of my air. So sometimes when your truck's at an angle, the trailer and the tractor, it causes you to lose air. That could be it. Maybe I need to look for an air leak. We're building up air now, so. Okay, well, we're loaded. We got 43,800 pounds. And we're on our way to Green Bay, Wisconsin, home of the Green Bay Packers, of course. And we'll let this guy go since we take forever. So we're just doing a little one, what we call a backhaul. I'll probably do this, Minneapolis to Green Bay, and then Green Bay to Chicago, and then try to get home. I'm trying to get home, and they sent me way up here. I don't understand that, but I even told them, are you sure you want to send me all the way to Minneapolis when I had already put in my home time? Usually they're pretty good about it, but this time they failed. When you're in a car, it's easy to get out at a street like this, but in a truck, when you're so slow, it's harder because you don't want to block a bunch of people. And I did it, my axles on that scale, and we're all right. Even though I have 3/4 of a tank of fuel, a little under that. So I'm not going to do a cat scale. By the way, if you listen to Rick Gobble on Monday mornings on Dave Nemo's show, he's an ex-FMCSA guy. And he does personal audits and things like that for customers now. And he's noticed the DOT, which have always done this, but they're especially focusing on your scale tickets. The officer will say to you, do you have a CAT scale ticket? Well, sure, officer, here's where I weighed. He now will call the scale, find out what time you were there, and make sure you were on line 4 for that. I mean, they've always done that, but they're starting to really focus on that. And to be honest, I don't go on line 4 when I weigh. I should. Now I will. But because of electronic logs, and they can't get everybody on regular hours of service problems, they're starting to do more and more of that kind of sneaky stuff. So it just seems like that cop who's taken the 20 minutes, half an hour to call pilot Flying J, was he really there? He could be out getting a criminal. It just seems like who would want to do that? I mean, I can understand safety but are the roads really safer if a driver didn't go on line 4 when he was weighing his truck? What have we come to? And I know you're going to say, well, the officer's just doing his job. And I realize that they have to do their job. Then it's their boss or their boss's boss or whoever hired. Where are we going to stop with this?